nice pool, and I'm getting hit by shad like every single cast.
Shad?
Yeah, hickory shad. And I got a striper. And I just got bit off by a bluefish. That smorgasbord. I started out with a big hollow fly, but it wasn't hooking up, so I scaled down to a surf candy when I began to see hickory shad breaking the surface. I ended up catching a bunch of them, and a few stripers. The fish just wanted smaller flies today. Notice throughout the video how when a wave is cresting near shore, I lift my rod tip high to bring my floating line above the white water. A couple flicks of the wrist usually remove enough line from the water to bypass the potential source of drag. Oh, wow.
Tim! Oh no!
The water you're seeing right now is my favorite to fly cast into. There's a lull in wave sets, so there's not much white water, and there's not much backwash at my feet either. The currents have weakened, so it's easy to get my fly to the bottom. I pulled a striper out later on in conditions like this. From what I've gathered, hickory shad love current and will hold right inside of a rip current. Rip currents tend to move laterally across pools along with the sweep, so the fish do the same. If you keep your fly in the turbulent water, you are going to get strikes from shad. Waves breaking on the sandbar indicate a push of water into the shoreline. The more water entering this pool, the stronger the escaping rip current will be. As soon as the currents start back up after the lull, the bite does as well. I was way off my fish handling game today. Another great release! When there are strong sweeping currents and crashing waves right at my feet, I throw a mend or two to make sure that 1. My fly gets down, and 2. My floating line stays above the white water. Hickory shad will take a fly right off the surface, but the stripers are usually lower in the water column, and that's my primary target. If you are targeting shad specifically, mending can hinder your ability to hook up because of how quickly shad strike and spit the hook. Since the action is so close to the surface and these fish love to jump, both the hickory shad's take and its bite are very visual and exciting. I've caught many of them within an inch of the IGFA world record right here in the surf. Hickory shad are a delicate fish who lose their scales very easily if you overhandle them. I prefer to grab them by the lip with my thumb when removing the hook. It's important to get them back in the water quickly too, because they will not swim away if they get overly handled. I left this section in to show you the type of water I look for when hunting fish in the surf. Notice the heavy breakers creating thick white water on the sandbar. As the breaking wave comes closer to me, you'll notice the white water tapering off, indicating a gradually increasing depth. I am casting up current and timing my cast with any waves that may be breaking inside the pool, so that my line does not get caught by their whitewater. Whitewater catching floating line creates drag, which typically does not allow your fly to sink or move realistically. I caught 3 small stripers during this outing on small flies. Next time I'm going to throw bigger flies to target bigger fish. I hope you found these tips useful and the content enjoyable. If so, please give me a like and click subscribe.